My name is Gary Butterfield.
My name is Cole Ross.
And welcome to Real Lich Hours, the Baldur's Gate 3 podcast with art by Jane Dale and music by Gwen Static.
And this week we take two very different approaches to the Goblin Camp.
Yeah, just the first part of it.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how many episodes this would be. It looks like it's 3. It's dense.
Okay. Yes.
Discuss the rhythms of play in Sage Advice flavored soapbox. It's both opinion and advice.
I think you mean scented.
Yes. There we go.
We briefly address the problem that is Volo in Volo's Guide.
Yeah, Volo's Guide to Volo. Talk about charges in Sage Advice.
Mm-hmm. And finally, we read a letter in the forum. We have reached the Gary hub, or at least Gary's dark urge, evil hub.
Yes. I logged on to evilhub.com and put in step goblins. And just cranking it to whatever pops out. The step goblin has a secret.
Know that absolutely exists.
Yeah, absolutely exists. I've done this, multiple ways, like with different characters. Like I've certainly cleansed the earth with this, but there are a lot of social interactions here. One of the things I think that Baldur's Gate 3 does that's really cool is that towns are towns. You have this alignment that, this kind of posture that you're playing the game, but because of this double agent kind of thing, because of this this parasite you have in you, you can infiltrate everything in the game. So, even if you're playing to kill these goblins, you still get to go in and interact with them and do subterfuge.
Yeah, and you get to, if you are going to, again, raise the earth and salt it so nothing can ever grow here again, because of goblins, you can get in and pick, like, scout out and pick the way you want to go about this,
it's
right?
tactically useful as well as just content.
Yeah.
Useful. And, you can learn a lot. Like, you can, it's one of these things where one of the reasons why I love this game and this kind of approach to things is that it supports more aspects of the fantasy, right? So like you could be coming in there for tactical reasons to take an angle of approach. You could also be going in there to gather intelligence.
Yep.
You want to get as much information as possible before you take them out. A weird thing in video games, and this is something that is on display in the very first Baldur's Gate. I remember writing about this in my old blog for it, but lying, having characters that lie and having your character be able to lie is the difference between like a one-dimensional and two-dimensional, individual incident in a plot.
Yeah.
Like if no one's trying to deceive one another, if everyone just says what they are, we're in the kid zone.
Right. Without the possibility of lying on either side of it, you actually lose the ability for subtext to exist. And you lose the ability for any kind of dramatic irony to exist that is not triple underlined by the creator. Yes.
In addition to losing all those aspects of the fantasy and that kind of role playing. So the first time I went in this, I went in, so I've gotten 3 approaches to this, like one as a friendly, one as somebody who is just going in to get as much information as possible, about the absolute, but probably plan to kill them. And then one as a, like, I'm going to raise the earth. My good dark urge, the way that they're giving into the dark urge is by punishing, evil, very, very Old Testament style. Really like that. Allows all those approaches. This is the thing that I'm, at least I'm talking about when I talk about how this is different.
Yeah. This is not to say that the Goblin Camp is effectively identical to the Druid Grove.
Not at all.
Because, right at the gate, there's a guy who tells you to smear shit on your face. There are lots of chances for your cover to blow up just by goblins being pugnacious little shits.
And that's also an exciting role-playing game opportunity. Like one time, at some point, we'll talk about quick loading and kind of that. I thought